Pardon, okay? I'll record at the same time just in case, okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's working or not.
It was working a second ago.
All right.
It says your stream ended.
Yes, I'm streaming now.
No,
Honey, shh. All right, we're gonna go with Portugal, and I'm actually gonna say who plays what nation this time. And then we're gonna make a round to Europe. This is played by Catalan, and his daddy is Titus on Castile. Uh,
What's
he's
Titus?
in Brazil, Portugal, income, heavy debts. Why?
Because he's
Because
losing money.
Why
he
the fuck
ended France.
he have 15 in army
He
maintenance?
bankruptcy ward France as well.
Pog.
Yes.
Chad.
Where the Chad
His
went.
troops were all the way up in Burgundy.
Okay, that's kind of weird. He's using a lot of money on these merc stacks.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing it still. He didn't fight France in the second war. He only fought in the first one. I don't know why he's still having mercs.
I would probably disable those and
Maybe all except the Free Company.
Oh, I think he was killing Castile's rebels, maybe.
yeah, perhaps we'll take a look at Castile in a sec. There's not much else to say for Portugal. He's exploring, but I can't really tell what he explored because somehow this bugged out and now it looks like this. So I'll fix that in the mod at some point. But he explored a little bit. He's colonizing Brazil. He got the thing already, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did. So that's good. And yeah, that's Portugal fucking rolling into bankruptcy for Castile. Hopefully Castile bails him out. We'll go look
Second bankruptcy, by the way. Second bankruptcy.
That
gonna be-
nation go next.
at second bankruptcy to fight France. Interesting. Castile doesn't have much better income either.
Also gonna second bankruptcy.
Looking like he's circling the toilet. He got a free war on Morocco, so I don't really know why that happened. Morocco player was a noob, and he kind of quit mid-war and just left the server, crying. I know he was crying, he told me. And now Castile got a free war in Morocco. It didn't really expand down. Like, who owns this?
Tough
AI.
What the fuck
Morocco
did
died to the AI afterwards.
So he got 3 provinces. Yeah, he didn't even grab Fez or Tangiers or anything.
Oh no, he fought Algiers, took that land, then attacked Morocco. Then I attacked Castile. He wiped Morocco, and then Morocco wiped peace, so he could go north again.
Interesting. So yeah, Castile going to bankrupt by the looks of it. His autonomy is horrendous as well.
Oh yeah, look at the autonomy. It's not good.
56%, and it's not good on the gold mine. You can run the edict on the gold mine to lower the autonomy. It's pretty good. It's buffed in the mod. So do that. Hire an autonomy reduction advisor roll until you get one. You're gonna bankrupt anyway. Well, after you bankrupt, that is. And yeah, kind of painful. But at least he doesn't really have that much competition, unless Naples decides to win him, who also got a free game because Tunis wasn't here. Allied with Burgundy and Portugal, so seems pretty safe. He went into Bordeaux and owns some of Normandy, which is really weird, champ. I don't.
That's what they took in the first war. I don't know why they took that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. If anything, Burgundy is probably gonna int you for that at some point. Like, I don't know why he would let you keep.
And I think Spain is coring it as well. I thought he was just gonna give it,
He's
but
scoring it.
yeah, I don't know.
It's really weird.
Weird.
Again, it's an estuary and the center of trade in Burgundy's note. I don't see him letting you keep that, and I'm pretty sure he's in a better spot than you. So I have no idea why you grabbed that. It's a little overreaching. But yeah, that's it for Castile. He went no ideas. Yikes.
He's
What was
back
his?
forward. He's behind.
Yeah, he's behind. I'm gonna go check his mana generation real quick if I can get this scander back. Here it is. Um, 9,300. Yikes. Oof. That's not good. But still can catch up, I suppose. Since he doesn't really have any threats, so kinda good shit killing all this. But now you just hope you don't get rolled by the Italians or Burgundy or England, but we'll get to England in a sec. You want to tell us what happened in France? The wars? How many wars were fought? Who was on which side?
Right. Okay. So I want to declare on Castile. I will like all the way up until like half a year before I declare. I'm still unsure if I want to fight Burgundy or Castile because both of them said they want to be friendly. I said yes to Castile first, then Burgundy asked, and I said yes to him too. I wasn't really sure who I was going to side with. I decided to attack Castile because I feel like Castile is probably going to be more dangerous late if. And I also want to try something else since I went into Burgundy last time.
Mm.
I attack Castile. Burgundy decides that, okay, well, now I'm going to ally Castile. Unfortunate. So I get England to help me, and we 2v3 against Portugal as well. It's pretty okay, but we screw up, and they manage to... They get Narbonne, and then apparently they can just join up, because I think the Spanish troops even walked over the fort in Lyonnais somehow. I don't really know. But they in any case managed to all link up in Burgundy, and then we couldn't really win it.
Yeah, there's a gap here because this is a capital fort. It doesn't prevent movement.
Yeah, I thought the one in... I guess the one in Hopato is too far away, but yeah.
Yeah,
It probably is, yeah.
This is a dead spot through here.
Okay. Well, in any case, I wait until bankruptcy is over, and attack Burgundy right away to int a bit more. Actually goes surprisingly well. I do a lot of damage, and Castile has to bankrupt again over it, and Burgundy took 12k dead. I don't even know how he got that much. That's like twice as much as I could take.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate for you because all of them got a free game. Castile got free Morocco, and
Yeah.
Burgundy got no Rothenburg. So
Yeah.
kind of free
Rothenburg
game.
Rothenburg was gonna join the war, but then he got coalitioned and
Wait,
died.
we did have a Rothenburg player?
Yeah, no, he joined in
yeah.
after a while, but then he took too much land and died to an AI coalition.
Oh, a rip.
That Swiss fired, but still.
Oh,
The
Swiss,
England was
Oh, Swiss was neutral in your war. Okay.
England was gonna join to help me, but he joined after. He didn't want to join at first because both him and I thought that the Second War was lost. But then when I started doing well, he wanted to join, but then it had been like 3 years and 4 months or something.
Yeah.
So he wasn't able. He had to peace out. And then I just try to bleed them as much as possible.
And looks like you succeeded because the Iberians are dead.
Yes.
And it might hurt them a little bit in the long run because Naples is going to expand. Songhai is going to
Songhai
expand.
too, yeah.
So they're going to have a hard time.
Honestly,
Hopefully it
I'm
capitalizes on the situation
True.
a little bit.
although he's also heavy in that, but I don't know. Mostly I wanted to hurt Burgundy more because he's the one that actually backstabbed me. Castile was doing his thing, and I don't have any issue with him. But Castile, Burgundy got off much cheaper than Castile did. This is his first bankruptcy that he's gonna be in. Although maybe he's in a ton of inflation. I would imagine he is.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at it in a second. We're just in England right now, played by Evelyn, and England participated in the French wars, like we just covered. Went quality first, kind of expected. I'm hoping he goes Expo second and starts colonizing soon, because we don't have Mali. So if England doesn't colonize, Portugal is just going to have a free reign, and it's not good for anyone. Plus, he's kind of cucked on the continental front, because Burgundy seems to be expanding quite well. Denmark is alive, so England is a little screwed when it comes to European expansion. He could fuck with the Castilians a little bit, because they're already in loans, and he can do memes with boats, and also Normandy, especially.
I wonder if he could fight Burgundy when Burgundy bankrupts, because he shouldn't have a truce, right?
He does have a truce till 79, so yeah.
Yeah, and Burgundy hasn't bankrupted yet, so
yeah,
there is an opening.
He could probably take a chunk out of Burgundy then.
If he convinces Switzerland or something to help, then
yeah, that's
that would
definitely
be...
doable, because Burgundy doesn't really have anyone to help him either. Because
Burgundy isn't allied with Swiss anymore. That would be a good play for Swiss, I think.
Yeah, Spain's going
Castile
bankrupt, so the England and Swiss can make a play here.
Yeah, Castile can do a third bankruptcy war for Burgundy. He's look at his autonomy. He has to be a piece.
Yeah, Castile is gonna die if he takes another bankruptcy war right now, and he has so much expansion here he can capitalize on. It would be really stupid on him to invest into something in France, especially
Plus,
because
like, France is dead now. It's not
Yeah.
like he's actually threatened if Swiss kills Burgundy. But yeah,
I just don't get why Castiles get threatened by France in the first place. Like expanding in this direction is never as profitable as consolidating south. I don't
True.
know why you would overinvest and go that far north. But
now it was more like I attacked him. He didn't
but
choose it. But
he
yeah,
grabbed Normandy.
yeah. Oh yeah, going that far is
Like that's kind of weird.
not great.
As for England, again, not much to say here. Doing relatively well after the war. 23 autonomy, which isn't good, but it's not horrible. And he's 15 rounds in, which is what, like a third of the way? Yeah, about a third. So not doing bad, and it looks like he can pay them off. Yeah, he definitely can pay them off. Just rotate, sell Cs, dev a little bit, and you'll be fine. He is a little behind on tech though, so I don't think he'll be deving that much. But yeah, good shit on England. Not bad. Could have gone a lot worse. Just make sure you have the navy to not get fucked over. When Burgundy and Castile and Portugal are alive, he has 13 heavies. I'm gonna just check how much the others have, because that could be a problem for him if they have more. Why the fuck is this not working? Hello? Come on. Fucking Skanderbeg. Garbage. 4 and 2. Yeah, they don't have enough. No chance. So yeah, England's pretty safe. Burgundy has no ships at all. Yeah, we're gonna look at Burgundy now. That's it for England, pretty much. Won the war with France. Going bankrupt. There's no way of avoiding it. And he managed to take quite a few loans. I wouldn't expect him to be able to get this many at his income. I don't know what happened there. Does he have interest reduction anywhere or something? No clue. Anyway, Burgundy allied with Castile alone, rival with England and France. I don't really know what this Castilian land is. It kind of weirds me out as to what their border plan is. I would have guessed that Burgundy gets Champagne, if anything, and Castile gets Bordeaux, but yeah, that's kind of scuffed here. He is integrating Brabant, and not really integrating the other ones yet, but that's fine. Not transferring trade from them either, and he can afford it, so I don't know why he's not doing that. You can collect in multiple nodes in the mod, and it doesn't really hurt you much. And he is doing it in Rhineland and English Channel. So yeah, he's doing it right, but if you transfer trade from your vassals, you can definitely earn a lot more, because I imagine they control, 16% of Brabant, Flanders 14, so that's 30%, and Holland is 23. Yeah, they control 53% of the nodes, so transfer trade, and you can earn a lot more money. And he also had Nevers, but Nevers is in Champagne, so that doesn't matter. He's pretty good on ideas and tech. That's nice. Went quality Diplo. Tech cost. Diplo seems like a good idea to take early. Definitely nice. And that's it for Burgundy, played by Arvinte, by the way. He won the last 2 campaigns, so no wonder he's doing good, but France did get cucked by the free gaming all around. Switzerland is next. I actually have no idea who's playing this, because I didn't edit the roster. I have no idea who's playing this. It was open when we did the initial seeding, but someone took it over last minute. I think it might have been Forge. I'll just check in a moment. Either way, looking decent. 22 income, definitely nice. Not bad. It states done correctly, just could be using more stuff here, but it doesn't really matter. So definitely someone competent-ish on it. Uh, Good advisors. I'm wondering what his mana generation is. 11,000, pretty nice. And dev clicks 16 times. That's not a lot. That's pretty trash, but yeah, whatever. What Swiss did looks like not much, just eating AI, standard HRE stuff. We didn't get that many years. I mean, we got like what, 35? So not bad, but not enough for shit to happen in the HRE, so not much to speak about here. Went offensive, which is a good pick for Switzerland, although I would have probably gone Pluto for the stacking mercenary bonuses, but the offensive is definitely really good. That's it. Don't really have anything more to say here because I don't know what's happening. We're gonna look at Swiss's only ally Milan. $31 income, so slightly over Swiss, not bad, large margin, earning a lot of it from trade. The trade nodes here have been reworked, and it looks like Venice is stealing a huge amount of Venice, or Italy node now, from Milan, and Milan could improve on that. He has improved all his nodes, but he also has an estuary and center of trade in Provence, which he can grab for free now that France is dead. I don't think he'd piss off anyone doing that, so I would have grabbed that by now for sure. I don't know why he's waiting on it. Aggressive expansion is not really much of a factor anymore, and it looks like he can probably tank it in the HRE. He doesn't even have claims here, so although he is fabricating, so I guess he's going for that next. Definitely want to grab that before Spain or someone does, because that's gonna give you a little more of an even standing with Venice and Italy node, although Venice is attacking Florence right now, so that's gonna cuck him a little bit. As for Diplo, allied with Austria, Switzerland, Naples, none of which are great powers, so this is a legal alliance block, and I imagine all of those are against Venice. No, Venice is allied with Austria and Naples, so just prosperous coexistence here. Don't really see what much else happened here. I don't think there were any player wars. I can't see them at least. I'll go check the war ledger. Yeah, no, doesn't look like any player wars happened in Italy, so nothing to talk about. Let's take a look at Venice. Oh, and Milan went offensive humanist ideas, which are very good picks. Venice played by, was it Moist Granny 69? Yes, the best name on the server. Venice doing extremely well. Venice did have a couple player wars that I know of. I just don't know if they're on the ledger because they had to have a certain casualty threshold.
He fought Ottomans and later he fought Hungary.
Yeah, but
But
both
they
of
were
those
short
seem like
wars.
they're under 100,000, so just
Yeah.
easy grabs, but that's still good gameplay. I would fix your fourth positions. Yeah, this is kind of scuffed forts, because you're definitely not going to be able to maintain the peace for very long. And I mean, this whole thing in general is very at risk, but at least he has some transports, so not a huge issue. Plus he's allied with Austria, which I find kind of weird on Austria's part, but good for Venice at least, because Venice gets to keep all of this relatively safe. Well, bar the Ottomans, but I think the Ottomans have other expansion they're going to be looking for at the moment, rather than going into another player war. Venice did a very good job consolidating the node, and this is the first time we're playing with this trade setup, so it's also kind of a test game for the node and how the balance works. And I think it might be a little lopsided on Venice part, but Not by a lot, because if Milan grabbed Provence and also grabbed Firenze, they would be about 50-50. Milan just kind of misplayed it, and Venice is now going into Florence, and we'll get the last center of trade in Italy proper, which will give him a huge advantage over Milan when it comes to trade power in this end node. Went for quantity. Well, he does have ICA and morale, so I guess it's a good pick still. Yeah, I don't think he'll be lacking on army quality until until the fourth AD group. So yeah, good pick for Venice, not bad. And 50 income, which is very high. I think he's probably second behind the Ottomans. Gonna go check that out. Monthly income, yep, second behind Ottomans. So very good shit on the side of Venice. Not much else I have to say here. We're gonna look at Naples. Naples having a little bit of a free game because we didn't have Tunis. We had a bunch of no-shows, so you know it is what it is. He has 55% of the Tyrrhenian Sea node. Didn't really upgrade a lot of his centers of trade. I'm pretty sure they started to, so you could get a lot more income by upgrading your centers of trade, because a lot is leaking towards Italy at the moment from Venice, and no, Milan's not draining it. Milan's collecting here, and he has very little. But yeah, Venice is draining it without transports, so that's Venice has provinces in Tyrrhenian Sea. What? Huh, I guess it's just upstream pull. But yeah, Naples can fix that a little bit at least. Also recruit some more trade ships, and that can fix your economy a little bit. Although his economy is not that weak to begin with. 32 is pretty good. Allied with Milan and Venice. If Venice is your actual ally, tell him to stop stealing your trade. That's something that allies do. And keep expanding into Tunis. You get a lot of free shit here. And now that Mamluk's dead, no one really to contest it. Spain's also getting kind of fucked, so you can consolidate all of this pretty easily. Doesn't have any claims though, so don't really know what's happening there. He's not really fabricating on Tunis either. You want to be fabricating all the time, getting claims, and just keep chomping at Tunis. If you're attacking him without claims, you're wasting a lot of mana for no reason. Yeah, he went offensive. I think I already covered that, and that's pretty much it for Naples. Nothing else to say here. We're gonna go Sweden, Denmark, Poland, Austria now. Sweden is played by Gond. Muscovy and Lithuania look pretty dead, so that's very good for Sweden. Especially if we can work out the deal with Bukhara, they can both be very strong at the end of this. And with Poland, of course, all three of them can get big grabs here. But either way, good shit for Sweden. 23 income almost. Not amazing, but great for Sweden, I think, at this point. Going good so far. Don't really know if he participated in the war with Muscovy or if that was like a Bukhara, Lithuania gank. I'm gonna check it out.
He declared after, I think.
Oh, so
And
he
his
just...
income will be bigger after he converts to Orthodox. He's converting right now.
Oh, true.
He has rebels.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he participated in any big wars. He just vultured. Muscovy attacked Lithuania is what happened, and then Uzbek joined, and yeah, that's kind of oof for Muscovy. I don't know why Poland didn't jump on that, because it looks like the war was pretty close. They probably could have won if Poland joined. But
Poland was on the side of Muscovy.
sorry.
Poland was fighting on the side of Muscovy.
Hello, I
You
just
can
joined.
see it there.
Oh,
can-
I'm blind. Yeah, I didn't see it. My bad.
Yeah,
How much did Poland participate though?
a lot.
A lot.
I
You're the,
bankrupted for it.
you're
I
the top
bankrupted.
participant.
Yeah.
Huh, I guess Moscow just didn't play very well, because Poland seems to have taken the most casualties. Don't really know what happened there, but
He has vessels too. Like his vessels fought too, right? Not
Oh.
just him.
true. Very true. Yeah, looks like his vessels add up to a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as Sweden goes, converting to Orthodox right now, like it was mentioned, and when that's done, his income's gonna spike up a little bit. Plus, he gets free expansion here. He hasn't embraced Renaissance yet, which is kind of weird. Don't know why that's spreading so slow here. Damn, a lot of Europeans don't just got it or don't have it. That's weird. Anyway, went for quality, which is a great pick for Sweden, and complements his 20 ICA. He gets 30 ICA now. He has discipline. A little weak on the morale front, but when it comes to killing shit, Sweden is top dog at the moment. So that's very good. We're gonna go look at Poland. No, we have Denmark, Vandenberg. Sorry, my bad. I forgetting spaghetti. Denmark has been in no wars that I can see, and
Denmark looks just horrible, to be honest. Like
23 income. Not,
dying to AI, it seems like.
it's not awful, but yeah, a little bit of misplaying when it comes to AI. I does he only
All
have
of his troops are stuck. Also, they can't move. They're in Rügen somehow. Because he doesn't have naval superiority, so they can't move out.
How did he lose naval superiority? What the?
He doesn't have any galleys. He has like
Well, yeah,
Three
but okay, that can be turned around. It's not a big deal. Looks like they're gonna take forever sieging this fort too, and he has another fort here. Galleys are very cheap, so build up galleys. I would probably piece out one of these AIs if you're struggling this bad. You know, sometimes you make a little bit of a misplay, you know. Yeah, kind of oof, but not a big deal. You wanna definitely rely on a little more mercenaries than you are, like on regular. Like Grand Company, Independent Company are pretty cheap. If you do the math, like they're not that much more expensive than manpower troops, and if your manpower is this low, you definitely want to field those, and you can't afford it. You're making money during a war, running a +3 advisor, so more mercenaries, and you'll be good. Oh, this is Nabihov. Why am I giving Nabihov advice? Who knows what he's doing? I just don't know how the fuck he fucked this up. Nabihov, the bad player. SMH. Oh, he picked offensive humanist. That seems to be the meta pick for all the good players. Brandenburg attacking Rothenburg at the moment, which died. And yeah, I don't really. 16 income. Went for offensive, didn't finish them yet. Looks like very poor mana generation, which is kind of surprising for a low dev start in the HRE. The same as China, you kind of want to farm a lot of mana. Like that's the way you scale up to compare with the big powers, but it doesn't look like that's happened. So 10,000 mana. He wants to be like near the top. Honestly, as Brandenburg, like Rothenburg, all of those miners in the HRE want to be farming a lot more mana than that. And he's not really near the top. So that kind of sucks, but still not horrible. Not running an advisor. He is allied to Austria, rivaled with Poland. Is this? No, this isn't a humiliate war, this is a conquest war. He has almost... Does he have no? Yeah, he has some A. I don't know why I can't My color blindness strikes again. Is this reddish to you here? Like this looks like the same color to me. Good input, guys.
Yeah, it is the same.
Okay, so it's actually a map
This
bug.
this patch, it just looks like that. It's weird.
Yeah, weird. I don't. Whatever.
So bad quality, can't see it.
What do you mean bad quality?
Yeah, on the stream.
Stream's fine. Shut up.
It's not.
It's bad quality for me too, to be honest.
On the Discord?
Yeah.
Well, go on YouTube. But anyway, that would be about it for Brandenburg, unless you want to say something more, Vilgot.
It's not
You want
as
to tell
bad
us
as it
why your
looks,
nation
okay?
is so bad?
like it's gonna get better in like a month. Like I promise. I promise.
How?
I mean, yeah.
Are you gonna kill Nabihov somehow?
I'm gonna kill Navel,
Oh,
of
good.
course.
Good. That's a gamer move. So yeah, with that, those words, we're gonna move on to Austria now. It's gonna get better in a month, I promise, guys. We'll take its word for that. 28 income, very low for Austria. Both gold mines are dev, 50 autonomy, although that's not very good. You want to work on that quick. Reduce autonomy edict. It does a lot. It's buffed in the mod, so that's gonna definitely help you. Your crownland is fine. I wouldn't bump it up anymore because the income from sale of titles is, I think, more important this early because you get a lot more scaling from the money, building buildings and shit. And yeah, it looks like you have a fair bit of buildings to build. So yeah, I would do that, and that would fix your income somewhat. Still, I don't really know how this happened to be at 50, but yeah, whatever. He went for defensive, which is first that we've seen so far, but it's a decent pick, I'd say. Especially for
Yeah, it's good.
Austria if he plans to fight Venice. Fort positions, I think these are default ones. I don't think this is something he built, right? Yeah, these are default forts positions. I think the meta fort for Austria is here and here though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, because if you have one here and one here, you can cut off reinforcements and reset sieges. But I don't know. He is also allied to Venice, so me giving him advice on how to fight Venice is kind of redundant. I just don't see that alliance lasting for long. Although Poland is kind of struggling, so if he wants to go into Poland, he could. And he
I
also
don't
has
think so.
a little. Well, we'll take a look at Poland in a minute. It just looked like
Yeah.
he was struggling. He has a little bit more of Hungary to eat. Although he lost the opportunity to grab the gold mine in Hungary, and Ottomans has the Kosovo one, of course. Allied with Venice, Milan, Brandenburg, all the HRE members. Velgat is voting for himself. Denmark is voting for Sex Lundberg, and Venice isn't voting for him, so I don't know what's happening there. But Austria might want to keep an eye on that, because if he loses emperorship, he's going to be in a really cocked position at this point with big neighbors like this. With the Denmark, Brandenburg, Austria, we're going to do Poland now. Tell us what's happening, Leo.
Well, Muscovy and me bankruptcy were Lithuania. We lost, but I was not the main war participant, so I mean I had to bankrupt, which is kind of sad, but it's over next month. Then I will have 7 ideas. I got heir after my 5-5 starting king.
Nice
I have
general.
really good general, yeah.
At 47 army tradition, damn, that's... you
Yeah, I
just
get +2 shock. I get +2 shock in total, so
where?
one from the king and one from the estates.
Oh, Pog.
From the Kazakh estates, yeah.
Nice.
And like my income is okayish, my manpower is okayish. Lithuania is currently dying, so I think Lithuania is more or less dead at this point. I mean, we look at it next, right? So,
Yeah, we'll look at Lithuania next.
that's fine. I think I can build a bunch of good buildings. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, I think
Poland
I'm
looking
fine.
a lot better than I thought. Moved his capital to hunt. On
It
the
had
board.
90. It had 95 autonomy because Hungary like had a shit ton of rebels, and I needed the income. So I mean, I'm gonna have to build a fort there, of course. But
Big brain move.
I also because I expected Austria and Hungary wanted to down me, and I also was kind of knew that we were gonna have to fight Lithuania at some point. So I went Pluto ideas. So
Yeah,
I would
Pluto is,
much rather have. I would have much rather gone aristocratic. But
yeah, but
I felt
Pluto
like
is
for the death
a
wars, we need
survival
Pluto.
pick. So still not
Yeah.
bad though, because you get the goods produced. That's gonna stack with your age bonus in the next one. So
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, I think, like, obviously there would have been better choices for Poland, but
Yeah,
I
but,
kind of wanted just to survive. But
still
now I
pretty
feel like
good.
I have survived. So, I actually think that compared to most, except for Ottomans, I'm not really scared of it. I mean, okay, Sweden too, but
Plus, I don't think you're gonna be
think it's
suffering
fine.
on the like army quality front because the morale is good for you. You have
Yeah.
CCA, you have 15% more morale, and you have discipline. So I don't think Pluto is a bad pick for you. I think
Yeah, actually,
think
I'm.
quantity would have been better, but the Pluto is like a survival pick. So
And I'm also gonna get enough manpower, I think, from national ideas and from like defing the land.
so
I might even go admin idea next, just for the 10 merc discipline. So
yeah,
not sure yet.
I think Pluto was a good pick. But yeah, that would be it for Poland. We're gonna look at Lithuania next. Although I've been told this is dead, and it does appear like it is. 56% autonomy, rebels everywhere, and they're gonna do more autonomy, separatists. Yikes.
And they're also going to increase the crown land. Like the pretenders and the nobles, you can accept demands without dying too much to them. But the problem is they're also going to, like, he's gonna have 0 crown land and a shit ton of autonomy. And
Yeah, I mean he's saving grace if he even shows up. Is the alliances, I guess, could keep him through this, but I think they would much rather let him die and keep the land for themselves. Cause,
I think, I mean, it was most of those alliances were to kill Muscovy, I think.
Yeah,
And
so
now
I
that
don't
Muscovy's
see
dead-
why they would invest into him, so they can share land with another participant in Muscovy. But yeah, Lithuania looking pretty scuffed. Went quality first. Like Leo said, if you're death warring like early, if you need an int idea group, probably Pluto is the best pick. Well, Pluto defensive, whatever gives a big bonus early on, right? So like within the first 2 ideas. And these bonuses don't really add that much for Lithuania early on, so bad pick if you want to int early. And as Lithuania, you kind of know you need to int early. So I think Pluto would probably have been a better pick. I don't think defensive does much for Lithuania in the long run, but Pluto would have probably been better.
I have to say though, they did win the war. Like Lithuania and Uzbek played very well, and they beat Muscovy and me
Who was
quite.
on Lithuania again? Zorp Slap.
not
I've never seen him
Subs-
before.
yeah.
Although Flapster said he's a decent player, I think, or someone did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess he did prove himself as a decent player because he did win, but it looks like Muscovy got kind of ganked, so whatever. We're gonna move on from here. There's not much else to say. I think this is dead. I don't know if the guy will show up. The Roach, I guess it all depends on alliances. First Ottomans we've seen survive in a while, played by Risu. He was against Kanton Mamluks, and he managed to come out on top. So good shit there. I don't think we've seen alive Ottomans in a while. 71 income, which is the highest, also highest grade power. Went for quality. As Diplo goes, rivaled with pretty much all of his neighbors bar the Persians. And I guess the north, but he doesn't really have a border there yet. So don't really know what's gonna happen here. I would be worried of Ethiopia with Slazer on it. Plus Venice looking very strong, and there's no fort line in the Balkans.
I'm building a fort in Kosovo right now.
Okay, good. So yeah, then the fort line's gonna be pretty good. Although wasn't there a forest here somewhere? No, yeah, I think you want to move the marsh fort to, or no, the farmland fort to here would be, or just build another one here. 'Cause
Yeah,
don't
maybe.
think the
I
farmland
need
fort
to
does much.
pay off my loans first.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
I did not bankrupt after those wars.
Yeah, of course, that's to be expected, but still looking very strong. hopefully there's some Diplo being done in Europe, because being rivaled with Venice, Austria, and Naples is their ally is a bit problematic.
I mean, they tried ganking me. When I was in the first war with Mamluks, Venice attacked me with Naples on their side.
How'd that
But
work?
I just took max money from Venice and war reps after winning like 2 battles. Because I turned on them with 60k. They were like, nope.
Oh, they shut their pants and left, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
then
war
Hungary
is
backed with
forgiven.
Austria's help, and I stop-hitted Hungary for Kosovo and max money as well.
Yeah, Ottomans has 2 wars in the ledger so far. The one with the Mamluks and the one with Hungary. So Hungary and Austria hit him, and they took a bunch of casualties, and the Mamluks war, of course.
Yeah, there were 2 wars with Mamluks, but yeah, it was
Oh yeah,
over.
three wars total. Sorry, damn. So Ottoman definitely the war leader at the moment. Or no, France has a lot more casualties actually.
Yeah.
Ottomans comes at a close second as the bloodiest nation, but came out of it looking really good. I think this is the strongest nation in the game at the moment. So pretty good shit. You want to give us some insight on how Diplo's looking?
I'm not doing any Diplo. I'm just. I need a sub for the next week, so I don't know who will sub me, but
Well, you should probably do
hopefully someone.
Diplo still and tell it your sub how it's going.
Yeah, I will probably.
You don't
I have
expect
to.
the sub to do Diplo?
No. But no one will attack me.
I don't know if I
Everyone
would
is
be.
scared.
I don't know if I would be too confident in that, especially if you have a sub. People are very likely to attack subs, you know.
I'll find someone good. Okay, hopefully.
Hopefully. I got an answer from Forge. He was playing Swiss. I don't know if he's priming it. Just wanted to get back to that for a second. But yeah, that would be about it for Ottomans. Just gonna look at buildings real quick. 24 from Grain. What the fuck? How dev'd is this shit? Oh, G something. It was this one, right? What the fuck?
It's a trade company, that's why.
Oh.
No, it's North Egypt has +2 goods produced on the
Yeah,
provinces.
they have goods produced plus it's a trade company.
Oh.
because
Wow.
because it's like the Nile Delta, which
So what is
historically
this 7.5 for this grain? That's insane. Nice. I had no idea. That is really big.
it's like 4 provinces in northern Egypt that have.
I would definitely full core this then. Why would you trade company it?
You can give the trade company bonuses like
First off, I don't
production.
have admin to full core, and I trade company after the first war.
Well, yeah, I
to
mean,
steal that trade.
eventually, not right away,
And
but
I have a
2
merchant.
goods
Yeah,
converted
eventually,
produces
probably, yeah.
huge.
I will full core it, but
I mean, I think for income it's actually better to have a trade
yeah,
company.
it's better for income.
If you
For
just
manpower,
like, if you want
it's,
to manpower, you want to full core it, yeah. But if you
I
just
don't
want to
care
use,
about manpower, not really.
but if you just want to use the good plus goods produced, it's probably better to just trade company it and build the trade company investments on it.
Yeah.
Well, the more you know. We're gonna look at Songhai now. 3 gaming Galen had no Mali seated, and it seems like he's managing to lose to AI.
Oh, rip.
Uh,
Europe's done? Fucking shit.
Yeah.
No, I mean he can recover from this.
Yeah, no,
and
obviously I was just joking, but
be fine. Okay.
yeah, my idea in seeding, I knew that we're gonna seed this region with 1 slot, and I couldn't think of anyone better to seed on it than Alan, because Alan always kind of finds a way to shoot himself in the foot, even if he has a good game. And it looks like he's managing to do that in a region with 4 gold mines completely uncontested. You wouldn't expect to find a nation in this condition. But something happened and it is in this condition. Just to clarify, I think Alan's a decent player. I just think he gets bored and fucks himself over sometimes, either with Diplo or by doing stupid shit. And I think this is just doing something stupid. I don't really know what happened. But yeah. 7 loans, which isn't too bad. Again, he's gonna be a gold economy, so that doesn't really matter. It's gonna pay off for itself. 16 dev on 1 gold mine, 7 on the other, 6 and 6, and he has some autonomy in all of them. I would prioritize fixing that, and that's gonna carry your economy on its own. And 2 of them are occupied, so I guess with control over those. His income is gonna go up quite a bit. I guess I have to wait for a month tick for that. Unlucky. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to reload the save. But yeah, his economy should be a lot stronger than this. It's just that half of his gold income is probably occupied at the moment. Low on manpower, should be running more mercs, especially with money not really being factored down here. And you always want to run mercs in these regions that have higher attrition rates and save your manpower for player wars like Africa, India, Indochina. You want to run mainly mercs early game for AI shit. Especially because your income is also very good, so it's not a big deal. Went offensive, good pick for Songhai, and when he goes Sokoto, that's gonna complement his national ideas. Don't really think there's much else to say about Songhai. We already covered the Diplo up here. He's kind of having a free game a little bit, allied with Congo. Ethiopia isn't going into West Africa yet, so he's not really under any immediate danger. Although if Ethiopia decides to turn west, that could be an issue. But we'll get to that in a minute. Congo, it's 17 income. What? Oof.
Not fully cored, yeah.
Not
So
dev.
it's 90 autonomy. Yeah, but isn't it?
This one isn't fully cored. This one isn't fully cored.
No, the other one isn't cored at all. One is not cored at all, and the other one is not fully cored.
Yeah, his income should be a lot stronger by now. This is very bad for Congo. You wanna focus on your gold mines a little more. You hate to see it. Run advisors. You don't need to have 700 in the bank. Run a +2 dip. Run a +2 mill. You should probably run a +2 admin at this point too. It doesn't matter that you're going to be losing money at the moment. You want to generate as much mana as possible. You want to core and dev your gold mines to at least 10 production as soon as possible. This is your first priority. Probably dev this one faster because he also have a higher dev cost. And you also want to get them to 0 autonomy using the edict and playing your crownland properly. Kilwa is dead to Ethiopia, and he is allied with Kilwa still. I would drop that alliance and try and expand in this direction as quickly as you can before Ethiopia grabs all the good shit. Great Lakes isn't that important for you. There is a lot better provinces here. All this copper is very good. This entire 2 states is very good to have, and it also consists of a very good fort line between these 2 lakes. So you want to kind of zoom down to the coast before Ethiopia can, and that also gives you 3 more gold mines, which you should really be rushing before Ethiopia can get to them. So that should be your first priority, is just snaking all the way to Sofala, and that's going to get Ethiopia to Inti most likely. But at that point you should be strong enough to be able to fight that back with Songhai and maybe ally Ottomans as well. You can't just sit here and hope that no one ever comes after you, because Ethiopia will eventually either go after you or Songhai, because you two seem a lot weaker than Ottomans, and I don't see why he would fight Ottomans. So you, yeah, it's a new player, so that's why I'm saying all this obvious shit, but just rush down like this, make good fort lines, eat up all this shit. Don't prioritize the Great Lakes. They're kind of irrelevant. There's not that much good shit here, and it's indefensible from your side. Ethiopia is going to have a very easy time defending this because he has a better movement range in here, and he's already further in. If you expand into it, you can get bottlenecked very easily here and pushed back, and then he has a very easy war goal there. He went offensive, not a bad pick for Congo. Estates are ran properly, which I'm surprised because it doesn't seem like the mana generation is that great. You should probably prioritize mill at this point, so you can rush through the mill idea group. Initially, you should have prioritized probably admin for a little bit and then swap to mill when you got the idea group as Congo, because I don't think you were expecting any early player wars. So falling behind on mill isn't that a huge of a deal, and you need a lot of admin to eat up all of this. At the moment, you should probably fall behind on admin tech. Like it's not that big of a deal. Workshops kind of sucks falling behind, but it's more important to get good borders and to be able to core all of this. Half core it, don't full core it all. You should also leave all this half cored. Only core the shit that's giving you overextension. And again, just rush down the coastline. And that's about it for Congo. Ethiopia, played by Slazer, killed Kilwa in session 1. Seems to have been a pretty easy war. I don't think Kilwa saw it happen and just got rushed down. Kilwa should have an easier time, like early, than Ethiopia, but it doesn't look like this Kilwa played it really well. You want to grab the gold mines from Motapa as soon as possible. Talking about Kilwa, obviously not Ethiopia at the moment. And he also didn't dev his gold mine here, so if Kilwa was watching the video or if anyone's playing Kilwa in the future, you can easily be stronger than Ethiopia at the start just because of how much gold you have. Ethiopia only has 2, plus most of his other trade goods are kind of shit. So he has a bunch of manpower, but that doesn't really do him that much good, like early game. Like obviously it's very good to have manpower, but if you have 4 gold mines and you hire all the mercs, he can't really compete with that with just manpower. So as Kilwa, you need to rush the gold mines, you need to dev your capital, obviously, better than this. This Kilwa doesn't seem to have done anything. And Ethiopia noticed that and rolled him. Ethiopia at 40 income, I think is third. I'm just gonna go check. Or fourth, I think Madurai is third. Income. I guess Skanderberg is reading it wrong. Reading his income is 30, but if it was reading it right, he would have been fourth by 0.30 ducats. He went offensive. Again, decent pick. Everyone seems to be going offensive or quality. I think it's a pretty decent pick for Ethiopia. He's not really going to be lacking manpower from all the food provinces he got, so getting the bonuses for milk quality is a very good choice. Especially because he doesn't have that much milk quality in his ideas that I can see. ICA, fire damage received, no morale, no discipline. So this is good. As far as alliances, allied with Hormuz, rival with Ottomans, and keeping the other rival slot open. 56 force limit. Yeah, this Ethiopia is looking pretty good. I think if this Ottomans wasn't so strong, this Ethiopia would have been probably the strongest nation in the game, with being able to expand into Egypt and stuff, but he still has relatively easy expansion into Africa, because now we've seen how weak they are. I don't think they can really compete with this Ethiopia unless they start playing properly. Hormuz is next, because QQ died. Yeah. Let's see who that player war was. I imagine Hormuz and Corsan probably ganked QQ. Is that even here? Yeah. Wow, QQ did a lot of casualties, but you definitely want to do more than this before you die. I don't think QQ put that big of a fight out. Very good casualty numbers, but probably didn't go full loans and stuff. Tried to play it safe. Looks like Corsan attacked alone, though. I don't see a second war, so yeah, looks like Corsan killed QQ and then Hormuz. Oof, what was that? Peter Shark, I'm gonna have to mute you. You're echoing and like ear raping. Hormuz got Baghdad. He's got Basra as his vassal. Looking really solid overall. 27 income. Went for defensive, which I think is a good pick for Hormuz because he has very good forts all around. In Arabia, he's going to get mountain forts. In Persia, he has mountain forts. In Iraq, is going to be the only weak spot, but he can easily just have good diplo with the Ottomans, because I think Ottomans has better expansion opportunities, especially with this alliance block, which is illegal, because Ethiopia is a great power, Khorasan counts as 1, so that's 3, and Afghanistan counts as 1, so that's 4. So Hormuz needs to drop an alliance, and we'll ping him about that at the session start. Besides that, not much to go over. Nothing built yet, like at all. But that's to be expected. Hormuz starts kind of impoverished. His expansion's pretty good though, so not much to worry about on Hormuz. He managed to get Baghdad, and this state in general is very important for him, and just consolidating his node is good, and it looks like he's done that. He should probably finish off Arabia at some point. Like, you can expand in both directions simultaneously most times, and should be doing that a little better before Ethiopia decides to grab anything in Arabia, especially because Taiz is a Ethiopian holy site, and Ethiopia might be tempted to do that. But I guess since they're allied, they probably have a deal, so I don't think Ethiopia is going to be fucking him over. Khorasan is next, played by Anya. Like we already said, Khorasan went and killed QQ. He's got Persia pretty much for himself now, which is very good. 5th in income, which is a lot less than Hormuz, but that should be going up quite soon as he gets all the power in Persia and starts consolidating trade here, because Persia is already a very strong node. Allied with Hormuz alone, rival with Bukhara, which is a little threatening, but I mean, it might be less threatening than it looks, so we'll get to that in a minute. Running no advisors, kind of weird. You should be running advisors. Don't think that needs to be said.
He was the AI like last 30 minutes, I think he said.
Oh, I didn't know that. He didn't say anything. Was he protected?
I mean, he's allied to his neighbors, I guess.
Yeah, kind of weird. But yeah, normally when you're, yeah, AI always takes 1 corruption as well for some fucking reason. Normally when you're leaving and on AI for the last like however many minutes, you want to say something so we can do save fixes afterwards, because now I don't know what AI fucked up and what he did. But yeah, he'll still probably get some save fixes, because I don't doubt the AI fired his advisors into corruption for some reason. But yeah, not much else to say in Khorasan. Bukhara is next. Bukhara at 31 income, looking very strong. He got the Chagatai gold mine. He got the gold mine in whatever this is, and took a huge snake west, so he gets all of Nogai as well, and probably the Caucasus uncontested. So Bukhara looking very, very decent.
How much debt does he have, if I may ask?
1,000, so not bad at all.
Okay, it's just burger loans. Okay, he probably bankrupted, maybe. Think.
Yeah, he did. 100%. He has devastation in every single province, so.
Yeah.
He already bankrupted, got out of it. I think this was the safest bankruptcy in the game, though, because I don't think anyone near him could have fought him even when bankrupt. So
Yeah.
that's fine. He went quality for the CCA, probably. I mean, yeah, most likely. So with quality, he's going to have 30 CCA, which is less than Poland has. So maybe he could have gone aristocratic instead. But a lot of people don't like to play Gav, and I don't blame them. So
Yeah, Bukhara is looking nice, to be honest.
Bukhara is looking pretty nice.
And no real enemy now that, I mean, Muscovy died, right? Lithuania's in a really bad spot.
Yeah,
so-
there's plenty of Eton here, especially with Lithuania dying. I don't think Sweden or Poland will be going after him anytime soon. Khorasan is half his income and still has a lot of consolidating to do, so I don't think Khorasan will go after him. We'll
Is
take a
he
look
is
at
he still in
Afghanistan.
bankruptcy, by the way? Is he still in it? Does he still have the modifier?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's always on the top left, so if that's not on the top left. then
Yeah.
he's not bankrupt
He
anymore.
doesn't have it.
Very nice. Yeah.
So yeah, very nice Bukhara. Bukhara definitely came out of this war, I think, the best. Looking a lot better than Sweden, Poland, and Lithuania are. Definitely
I
Muscovy.
mean, Sweden didn't fight the player war though. Like Sweden
Oh,
wasn't in the player war. It was just
Sweden just
Bukhara and
vultured.
Lithuania.
Okay,
Yeah, he vultured Muscovy as soon as Muscovy died, basically.
I see. Yeah, good shit for Bukhara. I think definitely the strongest in the region at the moment. No real enemies, but I could be wrong. We'll take a look at Shun and Afghanistan next. Afghanistan at 14 income is definitely not the rival to Bukhara. Rival with Khorasan, allied with Bukhara, allied with Hormuz. I think that's a very good alliance for Afghanistan to have, although I would have negotiated better borders with your allies. I don't think this Afghanistan expanded much. Yikes. Yeah, this Afghanistan took like 10 not even 10 provinces. So
I mean, the question is also where can he expand in the future, right?
well, he could have expanded into Transoxiana, gotten Samarkand and stuff is pretty important, but he didn't. He still can't grab this from Transoxiana. I don't think Bukhara will be too pissed about it. And
I mean,
even if this is a mountain fort here, and it's like a 22 dev province, so I would definitely go for it. And it's got a great project. I would definitely grab this tree, and maybe try and get some expansion in Chagatai as well. Like you need some land. I don't think
Yeah.
you should be allied to these people if they're starving. You have land this much. But yeah, after those, Afghanistan looking kind of cocked because everyone around them seems like they have a lot of more expansion to do because Khorasan can eat QQ, Hormuz can eat QQ, Bukhara has like 10 fucking different things he can eat, and Afghanistan's just kind of stuck here. So he's probably going to have to go for a player war, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get anyone interested in a player war because everyone just has AI to expand into. But don't know. We'll see what happens, what plays out. Afghanistan. You want to have expansion in zealotry for one, and the last one I don't really know what you want, but there's a couple decent ones. Admin, advisor cost is pretty good. Do you have advisor cost in the other ones? Yeah, you do. But manpower is good. Discount to general is also good, but manpower is probably better. Advisor's cost is also good. You want to have advisor cost everywhere, and you don't have it anywhere. Leave the last slot open for burgers because you want to be able to take burger loans for player wars, and yeah, that would be about it for Afghanistan. Build your temples. It hasn't built any, and these are very good temples. Mawar, played by Flappy, killed Marathas, and he said he didn't even know it's a player. So that was kind of funny.
I mean,
What?
Marafos was, I think, dying to Malva at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's why he said he didn't know it's a player because he was dying to AI, and then Flappy just rolled in and finished him off. Looking like a decent country, 30 income, which is a little less than Hormuz. He is rival with Hormuz, Marathas, Tongu, allied with Delhi. Don't know what the diplo between him and Madurai is, but Madurai killed Orissa, it looks like. And now they have a decent amount of Deccan to split, which is pretty good. So yeah, decent scaling potential here. Went offensive first, as did everyone else. And he doesn't have the gold mine in this mod, which I think is a good thing. But still looking like a pretty good country even without the gold mine. Delhi at 33.9 income, higher than Mawar, which is to be expected. He has a lot better trade goods up here, but I would expect Delhi to be a lot higher than Mawar than this. I guess Delhi hasn't really scaled as much, although Delhi still has a decent amount of AI to eat. He went offensive as well. I'm not going to look at the Indian States. They're disgusting and I don't know what's going on there. I just have faith that you're playing them well. So good job for playing them well. Allied with Mawar, rival with Limbo 1 and Moratas. His buildings go. Where's the building thing? Oof. Decent amount of good buildings to build. Very good buildings to build, and none have been built. Don't know why. I don't think he's had any player wars. You definitely want to be building more. 7 loans. Most of them are burger loans. I would focus on paying off the 4% interest ones and then build the buildings. You get the income you get from them. Even I would, before paying off the loans, I would build the buildings because your interest isn't that bad, and you're gonna basically generate more money building buildings and paying loans at this point. And kill the rebels so you can seize, build up the rest of the buildings that you need, and then your economy is gonna be a little better.
I'd also say that he could Diplo dev a lot early game instead of taking Diplo takes.
Yeah, I haven't been mentioning that, but that's pretty. God damn it. Pretty basic. You don't need to be on level with Diplotech. Falling behind doesn't really hurt you that much, and especially in a country where you have this many good trade goods, you wanna dip dev as much as possible. And I don't think he's done that much. 33 times. Not amazing, but not bad either. You want to dev more, fall behind on dip tech. It doesn't cost you anything to fall behind on dip tech. It's a lot better to dev. Good observation. Madurai, played by M1OEL. Allied with Khmer, rival with the Marathas, Orissa, Limbo 1. Oof. Rival with everyone but Mawar. 41 income, very good, but to be expected from this region. It's just so good. Gems are fucking producing, although they haven't been devved, but even still their production is insanely high. So good shit. I would probably reduce autonomy in these states for the gems because they're practically fucking gold mines. I mean, not really, but close enough. Well, not even close enough, but whatever. They're good. So reduce autonomy. 42 autonomy overall, which isn't great, but he did fight the player war, so that kind of justifies it. It looks like there is a fair bit of AI to be 8 in this entire region. Yeah, decent amount of AI to be 8 here, so Madurai has pretty good expansion opportunities. He went Pluto. I think it's a really good pick for Madurai because goods produced is gonna do really well for scaling with this node because the goods you have are insane, and also you're not really gonna fall behind on army quality till idea 4 because you have already disc and morale. So all you're really missing is ICA, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, good shit in Madurai. Don't do what Sunday India did. I think it was Leo with VJ or whatever country here went into Khmer without taking Bengal. That's kind of weird. Just keep growing with nice borders. Do you have anything to say about your country before we move on?
Sorry, hi. Can I ask you guys something about like the multiplayer that is going on the server here?
Sure, but can you just message me because we're doing a podcast right now, so.
Oh yeah, sure, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to say anything about Madurai?
Not really. But Orissa said he was coming back actually next session.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I'm not sure actually why.
Is he coming back on Orissa or something else?
That's what he told me at least. Was
Huh.
gonna come back on Orissa.
With 5.63 income. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah.
Limbo 1 at 16 income. Not bad for Limbo 1. He doesn't really scale as high as the other Indians, but could have expanded a little more. He vessel fed all of this, which I don't think is the call. You wanna give you his scores, which are these, and take the rest for yourself. Hasn't really expanded into Bengal much yet, but with Orissa dead, he gets relatively unobstructed expansion here now, unless he gets like entered by Delhi or something. But don't really see that happening very quickly either. I would probably get an Indian alliance. Just having Khmer is very risky because you can get inted by the stronger Indians at any point. I would probably talk to Mewar or someone who doesn't want like Delhi, for example, to kill you, because then they get free shit. So, yeah.
Two things. Orissa owned most of Bengal if you check like Orissa cores, and also Khmer is pretty dead. That nation is no longer viable, I think.
Okay, we'll look at Khmer in a little bit, I guess. So yeah, Limbo 1 definitely needs to get better alliances than this. But yeah, not looking too bad. Again, I have no idea what this estate does, so I can't really comment on it. I would probably take the advisor cost discount and yeah, just the advisor cost discount. I have no idea how the Indian estates work. Expansion is zealotry is probably a good one too, because I don't think many nations around you have your religion. But yeah, good stuff for Limbo 1, good-ish. I would focus on expanding a little quicker than this though. Let's take a look at Indochina now. Tongu, 23 income, rival with Khmer, Manchu, Mewar, ally with Brunei, Yi, and Orissa, which is dead now. So Brunei and Yi only, really. Tongu is played by whom?
Me.
Stanley. Hello. Good to know. Did you have any player wars? Did you fight Khmer? Or
Yes. There was a 2v3, me and Orissa versus Madurai, Limbo 1, and Khmer. Limbo 1 was knocked out immediately because he had no forts. He had a force line down, but like he was after capital siege he was knocked out, and then resulted into a 1-for-1 trade. I killed Khmer and Madurai killed Orissa. Orissa had a surprise bankruptcy because he was getting sieged down by rebels.
yeah,
That's why.
Well, I guess it worked out for you though, because you get all of Indochina pretty free now. It doesn't look like US going in here.
Only issue right now is AE, if you want to check it.
Yeah, but A doesn't really matter that much here. Especially with the fort lines you have, I think you can rotate truces. Like when they start, oh, it's already too late.
Yeah, I already formed. I can.
You want to deck it like as soon as you get like 4 or 5 members in it. You want to deck it immediately. Piece them out as soon as possible, and then rotate.
This was formed during the Death War, so I couldn't do that.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
One thing you can do is if you deck on a 1 province minor of those and you siege that.
Yeah, full siege it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably get an easier war goal on that. And yeah, this one is in the coalition, so that would probably be an easier one. And they don't have a fort, so yeah, that would probably be easy to hold. Besides that, what's happening in Tongu? Minus 50 prestige, that's kind of oof. Minus 2
bankruptcy.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what happened. I would get the dip advisor.
I think my dip advisor just died, but I'm not sure.
No, fair enough. Are you still in bankruptcy? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Except the culture, 22% is pretty big. But yeah, Tongu looking in like in a pretty decent spot. UA can't really expand that much here, with you being allied to Yi. I'm guessing you're gonna have some border deal with Brunei where he doesn't go into China. So yeah, good shit for Tongu, looking pretty decent. We're gonna take a look at Khmer. I don't know.
It's dead. It's very dead.
8.9 income. No army fielded at the moment.
It's corruption autonomy.
Bankrupted. 64. Yeah, this is dead. Unfortunate. Brunei killed his neighbor Pasai like almost immediately. It was pretty funny because Pasai was the one lagging us to speed 1, and I was about to get him kicked, and then they decked the war. So I was
What
wondering.
happened?
Yeah.
So what happened is Pasai decked on Brunei, and Brunei had 2 AI allies, and Pasai didn't deal with them, so the 6K AIs actually sieged on his capital. Yes, that happened.
Oh my god. Gaming. What the fuck am I looking at? Bro, come on, you have to play estates. What are you doing? Do exactly what I'm doing, please. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, you're just gonna have to get rebels. Kill those rebels. Now you have proper estates, or almost proper. You also want to give them advisor cost on all of them. You probably also want to take prestige from the burgers. Leave the last one open for burgers for the fucking loans. Oversight of the ulema is good. And expansion is zealotry is good because it gives you +5 morale, which you can maintain all the time because some of these are Hindus. So you can just declare them every time your morale drops for that. As for the amirs, levies are good. And supremacy over the crown is good. And for Dhimmi, if you're converting, don't give them anything, but it's good to give them higher Dhimmi autonomy and just leave these provinces as Hindu, because if you get your tolerance at 1 or 0, you don't get the production penalty, and it should be pretty easy to get it there, seeing as it's already at -1 only, and you can just give them this, and now it's gonna be at 0, or it's going to be at 1, but 1 doesn't change anything. So then you can just leave all the Hindu provinces as they are, and they're not going to get the penalty, and you can also get higher tax by doing this, and you can also get higher manpower on those provinces by doing this when you have enough crown land, and then your estates are set up, and you're a lot stronger of a country than you were before I started doing that. Build your buildings, don't save up money, that's ridiculous. Hire your how did this guy win? what am I looking at?
I got like fully sieged by AI.
You want to have your advisors all the time. You don't want to save this much money. You want to use the money to scale better by improving your income. Just saving up money doesn't really do anything for you. Your fleet is decent. I would probably cut the heavy ships. They don't really do much for you, and their maintenance is 1 ducat a month, so well, almost 1 ducat, and all of this is inland. So at this point, galleys probably win against heavies 1-to-1. So the heavies are just completely ridiculous to have, especially because the galley maintenance is so much lower. So cut the heavies, build more galleys, build trade fleet, do all the other stuff I've said, and this country can do a lot better. Your gold mines need to be devved, and also autonomy reduced. Do that immediately. Diplo dev this to 10 or 12 at least. Focus on getting to the second gold mine as quickly as possible. So probably take this province at least in the next war with Pasai, then take this, whatever, just get the gold mine as quickly as possible. Get it to 0 autonomy, dev it to 12, that's going to be a huge portion of your income. I can't advise you on the ideas, because it depends on what you want to do. If you want to go into Indochina, you probably want to get quality, or maybe even quantity. I would probably go quality, because you don't have any bonuses for army, so quality would probably be a decent first pick. If you want to go mega greedy, you should go exploration or expansion and start colonizing Australia immediately. But if you're going that route, you need to plan so that you get into America eventually. Taking a full idea group or 2 just for Australia is not worth it. And that would be it for Brunei. We're gonna look at Shun now. $21 income. I think that's 10 below Bukhara. He is rival with Oirat and Yi, keeping the last slot open. Yu, Wu, and Qi alliances, which is illegal because Qi is a great power, so he's gonna have to break one of the miners' alliances, either Wu or Yu. Should probably be using these buttons more often. You don't want to leave them on cooldown. It's a lot of money, and money equals scaling, which you can definitely do with, even though he's fairly well built, or no, he's not. He just doesn't have any good buildings to build. He has all his temples built at least. But yeah, still, you should use those buttons to get money because money is good. 0 manpower, which is bad, seeing as I don't think he had any player wars. He's just running a full manpower army. You wanna consolidate these when they start taking too much attrition, or whenever possible, just keep consolidating them and hire a merc regiment or two, like a free company at least. It's gonna save you manpower in the long run. You can use them for these sieges and shit, which drain a lot of manpower. And yeah, you're gonna need manpower eventually because the China wars are probably gonna erupt next session. And if you have 0 manpower at the start of those, you're gonna get fucked. If you're rival to Yi, you also want to have a proper fort line here, which you don't. So that's another use for your money. Probably kill this, build a fort on it. Plan for quality, yeah, that would be it for Shun. Xi was a no-show, so the next one is Yi. Yi is played by Mesis, however you want to say it. Looking fairly decent, 26 income, which is more than Shun, and he has not the greatest positioning in China when it comes to income, so 26, almost 27 is pretty good. Has some buildings left to build. He went for offensive humanist, which seems to be the meta picks for the mod. Doing fairly good. What's his aggressive expansion like? Very high, but I imagine he's balancing the truces. Yeah, it looks like he is, which is what you're supposed to be doing. Advice for whoever is in China needs this advice. You want to balance truces and try and deck if you have any AI rivals when you have a really high aggressive expansion like this and you can't really expand anymore. Always farm show strengths for more mana. That's why
AI coalitions aren't really a thing anymore
Sorry?
in China. AI coalitions aren't really a thing in China anymore.
Yeah, so also there's that. So at this point you just want to go full expansion. But that's why Qi is the top of mana generated, Yi the second, both Chinese, because they were farming show strengths, which is what you're supposed to do. It's 300 mana for one war, which can be a very easy war if you select your rivals well. So good shit on the two of them, and it looks like the other Chinese are falling behind quite a bit. I don't see Shun on this list. Yeah, Shun is 3,000 mana. I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible either. There's definitely a lot of players behind it. It doesn't look like Wu or Yu are in this. Oh, Wu is up here, so Wu is doing good. Shun is falling behind. Yu is up high as well. So all of the Chinese are doing good. Yi and Qi are doing excellent, and Shun is falling behind quite a lot. Yeah, you don't want to make that mistake in early game China. Same as the HRE, you want to farm power projection and show strength whenever you can. You play by Mats 2.0. I wonder what happened to Mats 1.0. Question for the ages. 0 manpower, not very great income. Ally with Shun, Brunei, rival with Qi, Khmer. I don't think there was a player war here. I wonder why his income is so bad. Don't really know what happened here. He is almost finished with quantity. He has morale. I wouldn't have gone quantity. I mean,
if you want, you can just do another free show strengths and Khmer, right?
yeah, that's a very good idea. You have Khmer with 0 army at the moment, so if I was Yi
And bankrupt.
you want to declare it immediately. it's gonna give me the CB when I unpause. But just declare them immediately, because if you don't, they're gonna fall out of range and you won't be able to rival them. So with you, declare on Khmer immediately for show strength, and that's another 300 mana for free, and it's gonna let you finish your idea group. There's no reason not to take it. He literally has no army and he's bankrupt, and he has 1/4 in Savannah, and after that you get the free war. The problem is that he has no army. He has some debts. He has no income. He has no manpower. I think he's run into the same trap as Shun, and he's running pure manpower troops. Yeah, he is. You again don't want to do that. You want to run mercs with your troops for easier expansion. If you run out of manpower like this, you hit the wall and you can't really expand anymore. Instead, you want to mix in mercs, and in these regions, you want to have more mercs than manpower troops early on. So what I would do is, he's already indebted to Burger, so you're probably going to have to take a couple loans, hire and Grand Company, consolidate this. Don't let them reinforce. I think this is a 24 stack, so after this battle you're probably going to be able to get rid of like 5 regiments consolidating. Hire Independent Army, Grand Company, Free Company, whoever, and use them to siege down Khmer, and get show strength of that, and probably expand it to here a little bit before others do, because I don't think you're going to have that easy of a time expanding in China anymore, because it looks like you got outscaled by all the other Chinese, especially Yi looks a lot stronger than him right now. And we're going to take a look at Wu, see if Wu looks stronger. Wu does look stronger, double the income. He has 16,000 manpower in bank, which isn't a lot, but it's 16,000 more than Yu has. And they're not allied, they are rivaled. So if I was you, I would be concerned and looking for Diplo, because at the moment you can't hold up on your own. Wu is played by Kukwu, and you're in here, so if you want to say something and lead me through, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. I got outscaled by Key.
Yeah, everyone got outscaled by Key, but you have a
I
truce
think I'm
with him
pretty
at
good.
least, and you have expansion routes, so I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah.
Wu is doing decent with mana farm, so not bad. There was no player wars in China at all, so nothing to speak about on that front. Went for quality, good pick for Wu, because I don't think, yeah, Wu doesn't have that good, well, you have ICA, so not bad, ICA discipline, so it's going to be a decent military nation after, well, now that you finished quality. Wu is the boat nation, so maybe you can go into Philippines or something after finishing up here. It might not be a bad idea. But yeah, definitely looking like in a decent spot. I'm gonna look at Key in a moment. I know Key is like much stronger than anyone else in the region, but Wu at least looks like he's in a good spot, because there's no one here. Yu is kind of weak, and this is empty, well, except for Tongu. So decent shit for Wu. Unless you want to say something, I'm gonna move on to Key.
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
Alright, Key, 38 income. That's, I thought it's, yeah, 10 income higher. I mean, it's definitely a good amount, but not a lot higher than Wu. No manpower in the bank, 40,000 max manpower, 59 force limit, and Wu is at 31. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too scared, especially with the alliance you have. Like, if he decides to unally and hit you, at least you have time to ally someone else and try and work it out. So,
Was that
sorry?
E in his coalition?
Yeah, everyone in China can join it.
Yeah.
He actually joined though.
Yeah. He joined Shun's as well, I think.